Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Chris Boggle's Album Club. That's me, Chris Boggle. Today, with me, of course, as usual, I have Ben
Do you remember love?
and Matthew.
I don't believe in Chris. I don't believe in Ben. I don't even believe in Matthew. I believe in me.
Alright, I thought you were Matthew, but okay. Well, you already know what today's albums are?
Sure.
Alright, today's albums are Focus 2 by Focus and Tapestry by Carole King. We're going to be going with initial impressions. We're going to start with you, Ben. What are your initial thoughts on these albums?
I don't even know what the. I obviously do know Tapestry by Carole album. That contains such songs as I
Ben,
Feel the
Ben,
Move.
Ben, Ben,
Huh?
Ben, you cut out too much. It's not like you
Start
called it
again.
Tapestry by Carrot. Alright, Ben, what are your initial thoughts on these albums?
I do not at all know the first album. I have no clue what that is. At least I don't think I do. The second album, obviously, I know fairly well. I know. I mean, it has such famous songs as "I Feel the Off Move," "You've Got a Friend," also "Natural Woman," which obviously was originally sang by Aretha, but is written by Carole King. So that is an album that is familiar to me. Focus 2, on the other hand, mm, let me see if I can find anything about it. Looks like it's a prog rock album. Um, oh, it's some Dutch album. It's Dutch. Is it in Dutch?
I
And
mean,
apparently
I don't know.
features yodeling, effing, scat singing,
Your
and
point.
whistling. Wow.
Your point.
Huh?
Your point.
My point. My initial impression of this album is just gonna be very weird.
Alright, well, Matthew, what are your initial thoughts of these two albums?
I'm well acquainted with Tapestry by Carole King, and the Focus album. I already know who picked this one, so that's it.
Alright, as for me, well, I've never heard of this Focus album before. I've kind of vaguely heard of Focus before, but I don't. It feels like maybe I heard a song of this album once before, but I'm not sure. It's some prog rock thing, though, I think. Well, I mean, I know because Ben just said it. He was, I think, looking it up. But other than that, I'm going to pretty much blind. As for Tapestry, yeah, I've heard Tapestry before, obviously. I have it on vinyl. I will be listening again for obvious reasons. And yeah, it's a good album, and I will give more thoughts later on in the video. Alright, we're going to go listen to these albums now, and we'll be right back with our thoughts on them, so stay tuned. Alright, we are back, and we've listened to the albums. Now we're going to give our thoughts on them. The first album was Focus 2 by Focus, and we are going to start, as usual, with you, Ben.
What a weird album. I enjoyed it though, but it possibly reminded me of video game music almost. A lot of it was instrumental, and it also just it kind of is like you could hear it maybe like in Final Fantasy or something. Um,
He stole my line.
Also, obviously, the song. What?
I said you stole my line. Go ahead.
Oh, the song "Hocus Pocus" had such amazing lyrics, like "Yo, yo, yo." Just such inspiring lyrics. Uh, yeah, just like some of the greatest lyrics of all time. Gonna be winning the Nobel Prize in Literature for them.
They really pulled at my heartstring. I cried listening to the song.
Yeah, so I did like this album. It was interesting, unusual, but I think worthwhile. Yeah, I don't regret listening to it.
All right, Matthew.
I didn't like this album. I thought, you know, I thought it was fine at first, and then the final track went on for way too long, and it went in and out of my ear. That's it.
All right. As for me, I guess I'm gonna pull out a kind of different take, although it's gonna be a little bit closer to Ben's. I actually thought the last track was the best song of the album. And Ben was right. When I thought this, it's like, this sounds like Final Fantasy VI's soundtrack. Not quite as good, but pretty similar. I did a double take. It's like, did we switch at some point? But that was actually, I thought, yeah, the last track, all instrumental, 23 minutes long. I thought that was the best thing on the album. The first track of the album, Hocus Pocus, is probably the next best track. It's a little weird, and it's kind of an acquired taste. It's like the musical equivalent of Blue Cheese, I'd say. But, the other tracks, kind of in between the first track and the and the last track, so like this fourth and sixth track, the other tracks I did find to be kind of boring. It had a good opening, it had a good ending. Like, the first song on side 1 was good, and I think the sixth track is just all of side 2. I'm not 100% sure about that, because I don't have this on vinyl, but I believe that's true. So I like that. I liked Eruption, that's track 6, that's the long one. I liked Hocus Pocus well enough. The middle was kind of middling. It was a very middling middle. Oh, right, the next album was, of course, Tapestry by Carole King. And we were going to, as usual, start with you, Ben. What were your thoughts?
Unsurprisingly, I thought that this was a very good album. Perhaps even great. I particularly enjoyed songs like It's Too Late and Will You Love Me Tomorrow, alongside the songs that I listed earlier as ones that I already knew. I feel like I actually had heard before. But yeah, this is a very good album. Unlike the Focus 2 album, where the lyrics that I was saying were great were like the lyrics on this are actually really good, which is not surprising because Carole King was first and foremost a lyricist, or is first and foremost a lyricist. I'd say my favorite song of this album is You've Got a Friend. Obviously, I already know that, and also other versions of it. But I think every song on this album was good, and I will almost certainly be coming back to this album.
All right, Matthew.
I really enjoyed this album. I think the standout tracks are my favorite song of the album, which is "You've Got a Friend." I feel the earth move so far away. It's too late. Way over yonder. Smack Waterjack and her rendition of "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman," which was famously done by Aretha Franklin. And yeah, this is just a really good album. It deserves the praise that it has gotten over 50 years since its release. So yeah, I really enjoy it.
And I want to say here before somebody comes into the comments and is like, actually, Matthew's wrong. It's not a rendition because she wrote "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman." Matthew is actually right, because it is a rendition, even though she wrote it, because this did come several years later. Alright.
You make me feel.
Stop singing, please.
Yeah, that's true. That's gonna destroy my voice.
Yeah, I thought you literally just said you were having a coughing fit.
That's
because
true.
of pollen. So why
I
are you
was
singing? You're not even a natural woman, Ben. You're literally
That's
a
true.
dude.
I'm not a woman.
You're a dude.
Yeah,
That's true.
as far as we know.
Yes, I am actually a dude.
Yes, we are all dudes.
True.
Alright, those are my thoughts on this album. As I said, I already had this album on vinyl, I'd heard it before. Great album. My favorite song on it is probably It's Too Late. I also like So Far Away, I also like I Feel Wolf Move. I like Way Over Yonder, I like You've Got a Friend. I will say the Kill King version of You've Got a Friend is the superior version. It's the best version I've heard. Yesterday I was listening to the Dusty Springfield version. It's like I didn't even know there was a Dusty Springfield version, but I like the Carole King version better, and it's also better than the James Taylor version, although he's also on this version. So it's a superior version. I also like Tapestry, We Love Me Tomorrow, Smack Wild Jack. Um, I will say, so You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. The Weaver version of that's better, but it's still kind of a nice thing to have here. Overall pretty good. There's no bad track on it. Even the worst track is like still pretty good. Um, yeah, it's a very consistent package. With all albums that have more like shiny, sparkly kind of bits and baubles, this one has sort of the track over track consistency, that you need. So yeah, it is a really good album. It's not one of my like all time favorite albums, but it is a very good album. Anyone have anything else to say?
Let's see who liked what.
Alright, now we're gonna do who liked which album better. I kind of think I know how this is gonna go, but we're gonna do it because we always do it. Ben, which album did you like better?
Tapestry. I mean, even though I enjoyed Focus 2, obviously it is not anywhere near as good as Tapestry. Come on.
I kind of think of all of us, you were the one who liked Focus 2 the best. Alright, Matthew, which album did you like better?
Tapestry.
Alright, and I am voting for Tapestry because, I think that's already been well explained. Alright, well, you already hear who picked which albums. Does anyone have any guesses?
Chris picked the Focus album.
Alright, we're gonna go. I did indeed pick Focus 2. And Matthew picked Tapestry. Alright, well, anyone have anything to say before we end?
A good pick on Matthew's part. That's all I gotta say.
Thanks.
Alright. Well, that wraps it up for another episode of Album Club. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. We've got lots of episodes like this. They do kind of vary in length, but we always give our thoughts to the best of our abilities on these albums. And we've got, of course, more coming up. Once again, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.